I don't want you to go there, and I don't want it to be toxic when she comes back, because at the end of the day, like, you're a mom. I want my baby home. Winos, welcome back to another happy hour. If you are not familiar with this is a segment that's all about us. No celebrity gossip offered during this hour at all, okay? Or 10 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how long your question is when you write in, okay? And so, guys, if you want your question answered on the channel, please feel free to reach out to Jasmine, JASMINE, at UNWINEWITHTASHAK.com, and she will let you know if your question has made the channel. Now, we have a wino here that we are always leaving anonymous, so you guys don't have to worry about your identity being spilled. I don't even know your name, okay? Jasmine filters through these and she sends them to me, so I am not biased and I am not able to spill anything on somebody's personal business at all, okay? So you guys are coming here in total confidentiality, and I'm honoring that. And so I have a young lady here who I have not heard yet. You guys are going to be hearing her question for the first time with me, and I'm going to give her my most raw, sincere, and honest advice. And so thank you again for trusting the platform, Wino Gang. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this audio that you're going to hear, and once done, we're gonna answer her question. Okay, so go ahead and grab your damn wine. Let's go.
I have a relationship that lasted for more than 18 years. I met the guy when I was 17. By 18, we were living together. As life progressed, 10 years later, as we were breaking up, because things weren't great then, I found out I was pregnant, and at that point I was 29. So I decided not to leave so she can be raised with both parents in a house with a yard, suburbs, blah, blah, blah. So we went through the gambit, cheating and everything. Ended up on both sides. After some time, his began maybe 3 years into the relationship. Mine began about 6 years into the relationship, just hoping for change. That never happened, and I never moved. So to move further, we have the child, and things never really leveled out. But I did try to keep it where we can both do it in the house together. It got to a point where that wasn't even feasible anymore. He was always emotionally, verbally, and financially abusive, as I was the breadwinner in the household. Well, after some time, he began dating some stripper. And my daughter was about maybe 6 years old then, and that's when it began to get physical with him. That's the first time I ever confronted him about women he cheated with or even being caught cheated. So when it became physical, the second time he hit me, I just packed up everything both of us had and I moved. Got us a place not too far away, kept her in the same school district, and we kept that place for a year. After that, had to move further away because of the rent situation and stuff. Moved about 2 hours away now instead of an hour away from the father. And I still kept her in the same school district. No help from the dad, even though I kept him very much involved in her life. He would see her. We went to court, but nothing was ever put on paper. About maybe 5 years living 4 hours away, I told my daughter I couldn't take that commute anymore. She didn't want to adjust to going to a school in my area. I let her know we're going to be moving further away next time and you won't have a choice. I moved further away, ended up meeting a guy. We're going to get engaged. My daughter is happy about it. We're moved in together. About 2 months in, everything is fine. The father still doesn't know. He's made everything a living hell from the time that I was going. It's not like it was just smooth. Dad's never been involved. He hasn't contributed financially. So now I have this new guy. Everything's fine until my daughter says, I love it here. I don't want to lie to dad about it. I want to be able to tell him where I am and he has to be fine with it. I knew he wasn't going to be, but what are you going to say to a 13-year-old and you don't want to have her say, no, don't tell your dad. Okay, so I let her tell him and I automatically start getting death threats and everything else. I have to call the cops. I have to put things in place where he's not threatening me now because he did it in my 20s, he did it in my 30s, and now I'm in my 40s. Well, the father didn't like that at all. He's sending the cops to my house every day for wellness checks. Next thing you know, I'm getting I abused her report. All the while I'm not knowing that it's my daughter and him together. She doesn't want to go to school where I have her. Always told me she would run away if I put her in another school. So even when I had her registered in another school, I never attempted to take her out of her school district till now I'm 5 hours away and she can't do it. Okay? Didn't stop there. Now I have state child abuse charges and neglect charges. I fight them to the highest level of the state and I beat them. Father doesn't care for that at all. Goes further now and goes for an emergency removal because she's so unhappy that she's with me. She can't perform well. I'm still abusing her in the home. And the court he went to just heard the father, took her out immediately, not checking on anything, not knowing I didn't want my daughter to be there because the father's only renting a room. I don't know why he thinks that I would send my 14-year-old to share a bed with her 200 and something pound father. Out of his spite, I don't know why he would continue. He think he's hurting me, but it's going to mess her psyche up in the long run. I'm trying to prevent all of this, and the female judge told me, your daughter is a such and such girl of the town that they live in. She wants to only live in that town. She only wants to go to that school. So you're going to send her to be with her dad, and you're going to be happy for her, and you're going to help her get through the school year. And this was March 2020. And wouldn't you know it, they did that in court on the 10th, and God shut the world down before the 12th. By the 12th, there was no school. She's never stepped foot back in that school since she did all of that stuff to me with the false allegations and state charges. And I don't want to say she, because her father definitely coerced her. But I found so many emails and text messages between the two of them where he's telling her, look, unless you're telling me you're being abused, there's nothing I could do. And she's like, yeah, okay, where she doesn't really want to go with that. But everything else he's going with, they're doing it behind my back. Now I'm at the point that she's with her father now for the year. Things have gotten progressively worse. She talks to me the way he wants to and does and used to. Not even just an ounce of respect. So when I get called for financial needs to be met, I don't meet those needs anymore. In the beginning, I tried, but I saw how the disrespect would be like I'm paying to be disrespected now by my 14-year-old who'll be 15 in another couple of days or 2 weeks or so. And she's gonna never see me or only see me out when I go pay for her to be at a dinner with me or for us to be in the street somewhere because the father has total reign. So when my daughter asks for financial needs to be met, I don't meet them anymore. I don't want to go further. Can you tell me what you think? It's the worst thing that's ever happened. I feel my soul is ripped out. Not even for the fact it's my only child. Like she's my only everything, you know? And when you give your life for your child and then to have the person that you're just trying to get away from use that little thing to really just wrench and gut you, it broke me. But thank God, like I'm able to even do this now and stay whole during the story. All right, so please help me if you can, and thank you.
All right, now before we move on and answer old girl's question, I really appreciate her moving in. We have to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Skillshare. I love Skillshare. It's an online learning community where thousands of creators come together to help expand on their creativity. It's thousands of classes offered by people such as myself and people such as you, so which means you don't have to go through any steps to get what you want. You can actually go straight to the creator. They have classes in graphic design, illustration, photography, SEO, videography. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to start an online business. It's all there. I am personally taking a course on helping me to green up my space and learning how to plant and put plants in your space where it's not cluttered, and you're learning how to take care of plants. I'm very busy, so I do have to choose plants that do coincide with my schedule. The course is called Plants at Home, Uplift Your Spirit and Your Space, offered by Christopher Griffin. And also, I do want to share something. My grandmother had, I'm talking about at least 30 to 40 plants in her home. We could not kill lizards. And so me being able to do this in my space helps me to honor her. And it makes me feel as if she's at home with me, because this is the very first home that I've bought. So shout out to Christopher Griffin. Thank you so much for just helping me to educate myself on planting in the home. So no matter what 2021 brings any of you that are watching this video, you can always find time to help expand on your creativity. And one thing that I do love about Skillshare is that when you go to the site, what you actually pay for is what you get. The site is not bombarded with a bunch of ads, okay? You're not going to be spammed or anything like that. Now, if you're interested, I highly recommend that the first 1,000 of the winos that clicks the link below gets 30% off an annual premium membership now. And even if you already have a free trial going on, because you know we offered that last time, you can still take advantage of and get an annual premium membership 30% discounted. I'm talking about that's less than $200 a year, guys. And you guys get to explore all of the classes that you want and literally take advantage of all the creativity that you've always ever wanted to do, okay? And so with that being said, take advantage, use the link below, and shout out to Skillshare. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Now let's go ahead and answer old girl question. Wow. Your only child. That was so much. My baby, 14. I've been raising her. Her daddy ain't shit. And you want to lie on me and go stay with your dad. And you know, even though those cases are discharged, it's always on your record. You know what I'm saying? Even though she was never charged, but the fact that someone even made that allegation. But this is a hard one because sometimes when we have children, and I'm not even focused on the father because it is what it is. I mean, the daughter clearly understands that your daughter clearly understands that daddy ain't got it like that. The grass is definitely not greener. Dad done sold her all these, took her out of the house just to piss you off because he was jealous. And now he has her. And now she's seeing that it's not like when I was at mom's house. And she's probably still trying to hold on because she knows what she did is wrong and her pride is in the way. And so honestly, if it were me, I would let her come begging to come back to me. Okay? I would let her get a little reality check. It's no different than when, you know, you got kids and one of them is just treacherous and they're out in the streets. And so you may want to have them a little reality check by scaring them straight. And so this is her scared straight moment, okay? And so you let her stay there. And then if she does want to return, she can only return if she agrees to go to counseling with the two of you. With just you, just the two of you together, okay? And so I do think there needs to be a therapist introduced because I don't want you to talk to her wrong. I don't want you to knock the hell out of her, although she does deserve it, okay? I don't want you to go there, and I don't want it to be toxic when she comes back because at the end of the day, like, you're a mom. I want my baby home. But because she thought maybe she would be able to have more freedom and do what she wants with her dad, but when she got there, she saw, oh, this ain't what I'm used to. No. You don't brush your teeth in the morning. You don't wash your ass, daddy. Can I eat? All I eat is burgers and fries. No. Let her have this moment. I know it kills you, but sometimes in order for people to know what they've missed, okay, and in order for people to know how to treat you and love you, you got to teach them a lesson. And so let her little fast ass learn. She gonna learn. Trust me. She already done learned. So just sit back, watch, and email me back when she's ready to come back. And you only agree if these things are met. And if they're not, you tell her she gonna go stay with her daddy and she can't come up back. Okay? That is it. That is all. Thank you so much for trusting me and writing in. Jasmine, did I cover everything? Okay. Winos, if you guys want your question heard and read on the channel anonymously, please feel free to reach out to Jasmine, JASMINE at UNWINEWITHTASHAK.com, and we will let you know if your question has made the channel. If you want to mark it on my platform, please feel free to send us an email via marketing at UNWINEWITHTASHAK.com. Sorry about that. It's the wine already and the coffee. And we will get back to you to discuss your advertising needs. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, TikTok at Unwind with Tasha K. Shout out to my team, Jasmine, Chelsea, Nicole, okay, on their outstanding work. And if you guys want to follow them, if you can't get in contact with me, please feel free to follow them and hit them in the DM, and they'll be glad to get whatever message that you have for me back to me, okay, if it checks out. Hell, if you didn't like this video, you can still subscribe anyway, just so you can cuss my ass out. Anyway, not that I give a damn anyway, I forgot. Shit. Now I gotta go. Bye.